Mummy, is Santa black or white?
Why do you ask that, darling?
Hello there, you lucky people. 2 Dragon's Den reactions in 2 days. Apologies, there haven't been any live streams. Next week I'll be back on it. I'm cranking my novel out and I just can't do anything. Don't forget, you can give donations in the comments. If you like the Dragon's Den reactions, that's always a good form of encouragement. Now, I haven't seen this. Old Ethelbart there looks like he's seen better days. Another hangover, mate. But I haven't seen this. But when I see it called Christmas Decorations That Embrace Diversity, well, like a fly to a bug light, here we go. Take it away, Eaplethorpe.
Last to enter the den tonight are best friends Natalie Duval and Alison Burton, who believe their business is much more than just a balance sheet.
We want to take this project and change the world.
This is going to be brilliant because that's pathetic. Just stop it. You're not going to. But having such grandiose hopes does not prepare you for the most bitter losses later, which is always nice because people failing, it's kind of nice to see.
Okay, we've got this. We've got this. It's about diversity, it's about inclusion.
Oh, it's about diversity, it's about inclusion, which means it's about less white people. Do you know there's never been a study done on why diversity and or inclusion is a good thing? There is not a study out there. It's just assumed it is. And yet the evidence would suggest it isn't. But, you know, you've got to keep that down because you've got to play the game.
So we want it as big as possible. And
they didn't even mention why. I mean, if you're setting up a business, if you're pitching a business, oh, it's about diversity, it's about inclusion, and the reasons that they're good things is because blah, blah, blah. But no, because those 2 words are on fire. Those 2 words are just glowing. And if people don't support them, oh, they're racist, they're Nazis. You know, you don't have to explain the benefits of diversity and inclusion. It's just, it's almost like they're like spells. You know, they're like, you chant, you just say them and the magic happens.
And we're going to get there.
I don't know anything about this business apart from it's got diversity and inclusion. I bet you they get money. I bet you they get investment. However bad the business is, I'll bet you $1. Sportsman's bet.
But creating a business that could inspire change has been...
Well, the only change I've seen inspired by diversity is less white people, which, if you might have noticed, sort of affects me in quite a negative way.
Far from easy.
We've made lots of personal sacrifices. We're both single mothers, and so spending time with our children has come at a cost.
Well, you know, the old man's done the off, but we're changing the world, so the kids haven't got a father and they haven't got a mother, but we are going to change the world. Great.
For us to get an investment today, it would just be like a sick of approval of all the hard work we've done.
Not from your kids, though, eh? Not quite sure what a sick of approval is. Some kind of... no.
Hello, dragons. My name is Natalie Duval, and this is my business partner, Alison Burton. And together, we co-founded March Muses. We're
March Muses, incredible name for a business, because I haven't got a clue what they do. Not a clue. I couldn't even give you the area. Let me have a little think. And you have a think too. Tell me in the comments, before we go any further, pause the video and tell me in the comments, just have a guess. March Muses. Like, you know, marching bands maybe. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. Don't know. And that's not great branding for a start. But it doesn't matter, because it's diversity, and that will trump all of their other failures. I guarantee it.
We're here today to ask for £50,000 in exchange for 15% share.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's that? 300 grand, 350 grand they're valuing their company at, which is pittance really. So maybe.
In 2018, whilst hanging Christmas decorations on our tree, my 7-year-old daughter turned to me and asked,
"Where's Dad?"
"Mummy, can Christmas fairies be black?" That was a question that I wasn't expecting, and actually it made me quite sad.
And what I said to her was, I suppose so, but Christmas is a European tradition which is traditionally, once upon a time, absolutely full of white people. So that's why there aren't any. Maybe, you know, maybe when you go to school, ask your teachers about black and African histories where they are black, and so that there'll be something you can celebrate that has got something to do with your ethnicity and your heritage and your culture. Did she say that? Or did she paint the dolls black?
After an
Amazing. I bet we get a lot of these. The real expression that hides, that exposes their real thoughts about this, which won't be reflected in what they say. Look at Tuka, absolutely concerned.
successful search for black Christmas decorations in the UK, Natty and I founded our own range, and we are now the UK lead.
Stephen Bartlett, exactly the same. Did you see that awkward little swallow there? You know, Stephen Bartlett, obviously some kind of mixed race, and a very intelligent man and successful entrepreneur. He swallowed awkwardly. We're actually going to have a look at that again. Watch him, and it was kind of like oh God, this is going to be painful.
In the UK, Natty and I founded our own range, and we are now the UK.
The pursing of the lips, the swallow, amazing. So we've had Tuka do it, we've had Bartlett do it. There'll be more.
Leading brand for Christmas decorations of colour.
Christmas decorations of colour. Look, there's Black Santa. And what is really upsetting here is this, and this is why multiculturalism is a travesty. You know, it's a disaster for everyone involved. I mean, you know, there's something like 3,000, maybe I've got that wrong, but there's something like 3,000 or 4,000 African tribes. You know, and they've got rich and varied histories. You know, the Maasai, who's the Maasai sky god? Ngai, who come down in I think it's like a leather thong. I'm sorry about that. But he's black, you know. Imagine moving to Africa and living near the Maasai. Where are they? Kenya, Tanzania. And sort of saying, Papa, why is Ngai black? And then thinking, let's set up a business where we make all the black traditions white. And that dilutes the Maasai traditions. It dilutes the traditions that white people have got. And culture, for both parties involved, it just becomes farcical. It just becomes like a mismatch.
We have been trading for 2 years. Last year, our turnover was £73,000.
I was going to say something else. Revenue, 73k. Good Lord, that's got to be a net profit. I wouldn't be surprised if they made Foxtrot Alpha. out of a turnover of just over 70k. Good gosh. Or maybe something like 10 grand. And that's not paying themselves anything. But what I was going to say, what was I going to say? I was going to say something else there. But, I mean, here's the thing. When one of those kids has got their black Santa and they say, tell us, who is Santa Claus? Well, that's St. Nicholas, who used to go round giving gifts to prostitutes in Europe. Who's St. Nicholas? What's a saint? Well, a saint, it's part of the, and it all falls to pieces, which means it means nothing. Something that is symbolically rich and has been repeated for centuries and means something to a people, once diluted, it's just like a pantomime now. It's just a nothing. All the rich sort of pagan roots of Christmas have gone. All the rich Christian roots of Christmas have gone. Because you've decided to just kind of, appropriate it in a way that destroys it. And 73 grand, well, you had it coming. And I think this is insulting to black people. I think most black people would just be like, just get that black Santa away. No, if my kids are gonna, I'm not speaking for black people, but there's a few black people I know that will be going absolutely off their heads about this. It's just, and don't forget, when they talk about diversity and inclusion, do you think we'll see some Asian angels and an Asian Father Christmas? Do you think we'll see some native Indian angels? Do you think, or do you think they'll just all be black? It's that kind of diversity, the one that isn't diverse.
This was such a huge...
Even Sarah's just pretending to write notes, she's not looking at her book. She's just suffering this like the rest of them.
achievement for us because we are both single mums and also...
There you go. Pedro's not impressed. Pedro's already trying to work out how he's gonna spin this. Now, when I originally said they'll get an investment, now the business is valued at just over 300 grand and they only want 50k. I wouldn't be surprised if two of them go in, what's that, 25 grand each. It's a bit of virtue signalling. Yay, we supported a diversity. That's another tick in the box of their portfolio. And it's a seasonal business. Not only is it a ridiculously small market, but it's also seasonal. What are these people do? What are March Muses? That very Christmassy sounding branding there. What are they going to be doing from like February round to November? Counting their 73 grand? No. So that's what I reckon happens. I reckon two of them. This is a bit of a, let's just get them off. Let's not ask any difficult questions. Give them some money. We know how to play this game. And they do know how to play this game because they're in business. And you have to play this game now. You have to.
We have full-time jobs.
So to answer my daughter's question, can
Where's Dad?
Christmas angels and fairies be black? Yes. And our products ensure that question is never asked again.
Oh, and you have changed the world. You've confused your children. You've diluted Christmas and not made any money. Well done.
Christmas decorations which embrace diversity.
Embrace. Embrace is just, what's the other word they use all the time? Awareness. Put this out on your Facebook to draw awareness to it. Oh, it's embrace diversity. What does that mean? What, it said it. It is it. It shows it. Where's the Asian ones? Where's those Aboriginal ones? Where's the Inuit ones? Where's the white ones? Oh, I suppose, one man's diversity is another man's all blacks.
at the offering
And I don't mean the New Zealand rugby team.
from best friends and business partners Natalie Duval and Alison Burton.
I'm really looking forward to the cloying the cloying kind of, I think this is great, I think this is really important, what a lovely story about your child. And you know, they're sort of internally they're heaving, just trying to get it over. This is hush money. Any money they get, and I think they'll get a punt because it's so small. It's hush money. This is sort of like, yeah, here's your money, go away. We don't want to risk being cancelled for saying the wrong thing. This is tense. It's always tense with this stuff. You know, you've got like 5 white people, Stephen Bartlett, I think mixed race, so 4.5 white people sitting there. This is, if they get any money, it's hush money. Yeah. Okay, are we good? Is it done? Can we go? Yeah, bye.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful.
It's not convincing.
The duo are seeking £50,000 in exchange for
Bartlett is not impressed.
15% of their company, and their focus on inclusion has been enthusiastically received by the Dragons.
Because it has to be. I mean, it even looks comical. You know, 30 years ago, this would have been a very legitimate comedy sketch. You know, 15 years ago, I wouldn't have put it past Dave Chappelle to do a sketch like this.
I just want to say mega congratulations.
Mega! He's never said that before. Mega congratulations. Why? You know, when Peter's usually talking about people who've made turnover, by the way, 73 grand was it? He's usually like, you've done nothing. You haven't done anything. What's your profit? How many units have you sold? None of that. Now, maybe they edited it out, you know, because of diversity and inclusion. But, oh no, mega congratulations for diversity.
Thank you.
My heart broke when your story came out about your daughter asking that question.
Yeah.
I was actually sitting here annoyed with myself and shocked that that is reality. And
Going for that angle is just shocking. You know, and it's so patronising. You know, I was sitting here shocked thinking, yeah, why aren't there any black angels and black Father Christmases? No. Why, Peter, why didn't you say, do you not have any traditions that come from your ethnicity, that come from your heritage? That would be my first question. You know, it seems a bit bizarre to sort of appropriate something that is so European. But no. Oh, my heart broke.
how
And Bartlett isn't buying it. Bartlett's too clever. The geezer's got an absolutely shockingly high IQ. He's made hundreds of millions of pounds out of social media in a very short space of time. He's not convinced. Look at that face. Does that expression look to you like someone who's thinking, yeah, you should think about these things? Or is that someone who's thinking, or is that someone who is witnessing deception? Look at it. That's someone who knows someone's lying. If you told that person a story and they looked at you like that, or they turned to you like that, you wouldn't be happy, would you?
how can we ever be in a society when we're like that?
Yeah.
Natalie and Alison.
Yes.
I need to get that full bit of Jonesy there. Let's listen to the whole bit.
My heart broke when your story came out about your daughter asking that question.
Yeah.
I was actually sitting here annoyed with myself and shocked that that is reality. And how can we ever be in a society when we're like that?
What? How can we be in a society when we're like that? What? Different? How can we be in a society when we're different? Well, hang on, I thought this was about diversity, which is about difference. So, you know, you're kind of, you know, yeah. It's not work. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Natalie and Alison.
Yes.
I agree with Peter.
Yeah, it didn't look like it a while back. Just palming it off as well. He'll pretty much repeat what Peter said here because, you know, he's scrambling. Tuka's from a generation a lot older. He's just scrambling for things to say here.
You know, and I think you're very impressive.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're great. Oh no, you know, you know, it's stunning and brave what you've done.
Just give us an idea of price.
Here we go. Let's get into some numbers of their 70 grand a year business.
So take Santa. What does Santa cost you?
So door to door, Santa
My entire heritage.
is about £2
£2. What do you sell Santa for?
or £12.
£12. Right. So you got a margin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how much do you spend on marketing to acquire a customer?
So this is our thing. So for the last 2 years, we spent maybe £60 on
At all?
marketing.
Yeah.
It's just been through social media, word of
It's not surprising. You've only turned over 70 grand. I'm quite surprised that you spent 60 quid.
mouth. People
Yep.
hear this story and they want to be a part of it.
Yeah, they want to virtue signal, yeah. They do not want to get in trouble. They don't want the hammer of cancellation to come down at them. Black Santas, yeah, I'll take them. How many? Yeah, oh, got anything else? Got any other diversity and inclusion things I can buy? I'll wave my virtue flag so high, hoping the whole world sees it. Shocking.
We even had a production company come up to us and say, I would love to create you a Christmas advert. Would you love to do it? And we were like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. And they created the most
Yeah.
beautiful Christmas advert.
Oh my gosh! We'll be watching that. If I can find it, we'll watch it.
All for free.
So,
All for free. There you go. Has anyone ever said that on the den before? In 20 years as an entrepreneur, have I ever heard an advertising company offer to make a free advert? Now, it's one of two things or both. It's shit. Or it's some organisation funded by the Diversity and Inclusion Council, or the Ministry of Difference or whatever.
at the moment, where are you selling?
So we sell from
Friends, we have parties and we sell them and have a few drinks. It's like Ann Summers but for Black Santa.
our website.
But we have got a few boutiques that we also sell in just around London.
So you're £73,000 a year. How much did your website do?
It was about 66,000.
Okay,
That's it.
and I guess I'm about to state the blinking obvious. Very seasonal.
Giving them this is such an easy ride. Talking to them like they're like children. Patronising the hell of them. I've seen Meaden on Dragon's Den. I've seen most Dragon's Den episodes. I've seen Meaden go, this is just too seasonal. It's too seasonal to work. But look at her, look at that face, look, so excited. Hey kids, I'm guessing it's seasonal, yeah? You know, a seasonal business is a fucking nightmare. You've got to absolutely smash the bollocks out of that season to make that work. And 73 grand, turnover, profit, about 10 grand max. You don't respond like that usually, Deborah. It's almost like you're patronising these people, like you've got some low expectations.
Yeah. But some of our products...
Good God, look, even Sarah. It's uncomfortable in here at the moment. It's really different to usual.
That's especially our lady angel with the afro. People use them as guardian angels throughout the year. But, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that really makes it an all-year-round business. I mean, I know why the caged bird cries.
This line, majority is Christmas time from September until December is when we do it.
Yeah, we know when Christmas is. Good Lord. And there's Meaden's actual face.
Christmas time from September until December is when we do it.
There you go. Well, what's happened to that sort of, I'm sitting at a pantomime, it couldn't be better that it's seasonal? Yeah, look again, look at the expression. If you just told someone that and they looked at you like that, that is a woman who inside knows that the changes that have occurred in the country that she grew up in the country that's made her a multi-millionaire and a celebrity, she knows that those changes aren't positive. And that is what you're seeing in that face. That, I'm trying to work out what one it is on the Ekman scale, but you know, that's suspicion. That face is suspicious.
Despite minimal marketing and season-specific products,
And a terrible, terrible revenue.
Natalie and Alison's business has still enjoyed healthy sales.
Where did Egan get that from? Healthy sales, 70 grand.
But Sarah Davies wants to discover more about the wider market in festive adornments.
Festive, oh my God, who's that? Joseph? Is that Joseph?
Can you name me like the top Christmas bauble brands in the UK?
I think who we know who are popular for Christmas and their ranges would be John Lewis,
Pound Shop.
Marks and Spencer's,
Pound Shop.
Liberty,
And Lidl.
Dunelm.
So,
Who goes to John Lewis and Liberty to get baubles? I mean, they're expensive in fucking Primark. Oh, this is a nice one. How much is this one, please? If you have to ask, we can't afford it. I thought as much. Bye.
what you've just given me there, I don't know if you realise, is exactly fundamentally what the problem is with the business. Because I asked you for brands and you gave
Me shops. Brilliant.
me retailers. So my observation of this market is your John Lewis, Dunelm, Marks and Spencer's buyers. If they see your product and
And they'll just copy them.
believe there is an appetite, and do you know what? It sounds to me like there absolutely is, which means that your John Lewis, Dunelm, whatever it is buyer will now be going to the factories and saying, this is what I should be selling in my store, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it ain't hard because when they go to their manufacturers in China and they say, right, this year's Father Christmases and this year's Angels, can you paint 10% of them black, please? Give us a colour chart. Bang, bang, bang. Yep, that's the one. Paint 10% of them like that. And because they're making hundreds of thousands, if not millions of these, they'll be able to sell them for a pound a go, like, you know, to the business. Which means if you're then selling them at 12 quid, you're making £11 on each one. And this little business that's got no unique selling point, it's got no protection, it's got no IP, just disappears. They just can't compete because they're not offering anything that, you know, there's no barrier to entry. Yeah.
And I worry that there isn't space for you in the chain because of the nature of how that market works.
Concerns that big retail
I bet Sarah's over the moon she's got an out.
could leave Natalie and Alison with little room for further growth threaten to deprive their pitch of its sparkle. Now, Stephen Bartlett wants to understand exactly what's brought them to the den.
I think Bartlett's in quite a tricky situation. I don't think he buys any of this bullshit. He has to go along with it, but he's just too bright for it. I mean, check him out in interviews. He's got his own YouTube channel, and it's surprisingly, well, no, not surprisingly, it's unsurprisingly great. I watched him interview David Moyes. Yeah, David Moyes, football manager. I had Bartlett down for a Bondre. I thought he was homosexual all the way, but no, absolutely not. Not that there'd have been anything right with that, but it's a cracking channel, and he's just too intelligent to buy this. But he's also intelligent enough to go along with it.
You, as entrepreneurs, are just phenomenal.
Oh,
You're phenomenal.
thank you.
So, yeah, deeply,
Yeah, did you hear him? Yeah, covering his back.
deeply inspiring. When you know, because your business is profitable now. So what is it you're here for?
Yeah, we still haven't heard the profit. They said turnover. It's interesting that they've edited that out. Really interesting, and and very suspicious.
In terms of non-financial backing from a dragon?
It's the know-how, it's the knowledge that we can gain from a dragon like any of you here today.
Yeah, you want to take the knowledge and the know-how Sarah just gave you, that if you have actually got a business here, you're going to get eaten up by next Christmas.
You know, routes into market, you know, the barriers that we're being faced with your experience, I'm sure that those challenges won't still be there for us.
I do think that you probably do need some guidance, but obviously I'm here to invest my capital with the view of getting a return, and I don't think that's necessarily going to be possible.
That's why he covered his back in the beginning. You are amazing. Here's no money. Again, look at that face. Always look out for micro expressions, people, because they tell so many stories. They expose. Regardless of what the mouth is saying, the face will expose what the brain is thinking.
So from an investment standpoint, it's not a business for me.
I'll translate that. From an investment standpoint means, in terms of you getting any of my money, and the second bit was Foxtrot Oscar, people.
Okay.
However, you have...
Oh, if you want some help, give me a call.
I've got a mentor in me for life.
There you go. And they haven't. They absolutely have not, because he's really busy, and when they start calling him, he'll then put him onto an assistant. The assistant is PA. Then his PA will put him onto an assistant, and in the end, the assistant will say, hey, Stephen, it's those you know, the Black Santa people. It's all day. He'll say, do you know what? Just tell them we've given them enough help. That they're on. You know, it's theirs for the taking now. You know, there has to come a time when they have to, you know, take their own road, which is quite the opposite for Mentor for Life.
And if there's anything that I can do for both of you to help support you, then I'm here to do that. But as it relates to an investment today, it's not going to be...
That's the support you could do. You who earn millions every year. You can't get 50 grand out of your pocket to help them. And then have the cheek to say, if there's anything I can do to help you, let me know. Yeah, they've already told you they want 50 grand. That you wouldn't even notice. You know, you've probably earned that doing this show. But nah. I'll help you, but not the help you want. How's that? Okay, you're great.
Maybe one for me, and I applaud you, but I'm out.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So this is interesting, because Meaden's kept her mouth shut. Sarah ain't doing it. Sarah knows that they'll just get eaten up if there's a business here. Tuka, generationally, not interested in this. Jonesy has been... Jonesy or Meaden are going to give him some money, maybe both of them.
Disappointment for Alison and Nat.
If Jonesy offers money first, Meaden will follow. If Meaden leaves first, Jonesy won't put in money. There you go. That's my prediction.
Italy, as the first dragon declined the deal. Tuka Suleiman bought into their mission, but will he be prepared to buy into their business?
You're great.
There you go, cover his back. Exactly what Bartlett said. I think Sarah said something like that as well. You're amazing. And now we're going to get a protracted but...
And I really love your passion, your enthusiasm. The problem is, it's a seasonal business. And is it a business worth investing? I don't think at the moment. So, unfortunately, I'm out.
He was out a long time ago.
Guys, I'll tell you where I'm at.
Out.
I think you've done a fantastic...
There you go, you're great, but...
job. And honestly, I applaud you.
Oh, well done, Blacks. I mean, it's so patronising. Applaud. You know, they are giving these people such an easy ride. And, you know, this is the 19th reaction video I've made. Go and watch some of them. Go and watch any Dragons Den. They tear people to pieces. And they tear people to pieces for the mistakes they've made. Like terribly small market share seasonal businesses. Like turning over revenue 70 grand. And yet, you're brilliant. They've all said it. You're brilliant. This is great. You're excellent. But no, this is just, you can't do any wrong. You can't say that to black people. And the thing is, I think those two women know this. I think they live in this world. Yes, are they going to milk it? Well, why not? Why wouldn't you? You know, business is savage. Business is brutal. You take all the advantages you can get. But it must hurt somewhere. It must hurt knowing that you're being treated like a child. That you're being treated less than other entrepreneurs who go on that show.
Thank you so much.
And I think you've done exceptionally well in shining a light on your mission and what you're doing, and I think it's so important.
Right, and I hope you're going to explain why now, Sarah. So, explain what, just give me a couple of examples of what the mission is and why it's important. What do you reckon, people? We're going to get that?
But I also think the more it shines a light on that, the more it's going to increase your competition, which I think is going to limit the growth potential.
No was the answer.
Of the company. Okay. And I'm going to tell you that I'm out. However...
Oh, no, not another one. If you need to call me...
I am also going to tell you that this will become my new angel on top of my Christmas...
So patronising. And I'll tell you what, ladies, I'm going to put a black angel on mine. I like blacks. I like black people. I'm going to put... Yeah, see? See? Good Lord. How embarrassing for everyone involved.
Because I don't want my boys growing up thinking that angels have to have white skin.
Lovely.
Thank you very much.
I absolutely love what you're doing. I love it.
Right, so here we go. Okay then, so I'm going to stick with what I said. I think Meaden won't commit, Jonesy will, and L drag Meaden in. It's a weird one, but that's what I'm thinking.
But I can't.
There you go. She's butted. Oh, good Lord. I suppose it's better than her rutting.
Can't see that there's going to be room for an investor in this, and get the kind of level of returns that any investor's looking for.
Right.
And that, my heart's holding me in. My heart keeps going.
I mean, there's so many different ideas that we do have.
Oh, we have different ideas. Well, so did the bloke with the flow signals, but you all just laughed at him. You humiliated him.
So many different occasions that just don't see anything of colour at all.
Are you joking? I mean, it's just a whitewash, the United Kingdom. It's just a whitewash. You don't see black people in adverts. Oh, hang on. You don't see black people in television shows. Oh, hang on. You don't see that report that showed that blacks were actually overrepresented in the media. Oh, hang on. No, yeah, okay.
At all. And...
Tuka, a shit could not let him give.
Big brands might do it. They haven't yet. We've been going for 2 years.
Yeah, and that is not... That you've just said to Deborah, the big brands haven't copied us. We've been going for 2 years. Yeah, they're looking at it. They've realised that it ain't selling. That's why they haven't copied you. When there's no barrier to entry, why wouldn't they have done?
We've been on media, on ITV News, Channel...
And you still only turned over 70 grand.
5 News, Lorraine featured...
What? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all, because everyone's waving their virtue flags.
Us, and that day we took in 10,000...
And this is bullshit, because every other time entrepreneurs have been on here and said, we were in Marie Claire, we were in Vogue, we were in Cosmo. Meaden, always Meaden, says... And that worries me, because you've had all that exposure and you still only turned over X amount. But now she's biting her lip. Oh, well, maybe. Shocking. So patronising.
Pounds in literally...
Not even 24 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, she could now say, you've just embarrassed yourselves because, and then repeat what I said, in fairness. But that that bite of the lip and that twinkle in her eye that I can see there, you know, I'm sensing a turn. But we'll see. Oh, gross, the turn is on.
You're starting to win my head over.
No, but you've always said, Mead, and you've said it in countless editions. If you had all that exposure and you haven't sold many, it's because people don't want it. But but now they're turning you. Shocking. If this was the first ever edition of Dragon's Den, no one watches it again. This isn't Dragon's Den. This is Drip's Den. This is just, oh gosh.
I'm going to go quiet for a minute.
Nailed it. Now Jones is going to go, yeah, this will score me a few. What is it? Get some of those points. Get Deborah to stump up half the money. 25 grand is fuck all. I'll spend that on lunch.
She was moments away from becoming the fourth dragon out, but...
And she's gone against everything she's said for the last 10 or 15 years.
Natalie and Alison have managed to bring Deborah Meaden back from the brink.
I suppose she's working out whether 25 or 50 grand is worth the virtue signal point she'll get for it.
And Peter Jones believes that given the right exposure, the pair could have a fantastic opportunity to make not only a profit, but also a real difference.
Well, it makes a change from him being unusually quiet.
If this gets out there...
What? What, like Lorraine, Channel 4, Channel 5, ITV, Metro, and God knows what other mass mainstream big media they've been on, right? Where are you talking about then? Projected on the moon?
Anybody that has a conscience.
Oh my gosh, he's milking it. Look at the way they've cut to Bartlett, who's not buying it. Look at him, look. He's not buying it. Just looking down. Can't believe it. Anybody who's got a conscience. In fact, everyone should be buying Black Angels. I mean, anyone who buys a white Father Christmas or a white angel, Nazis.
That wants to assist and help change for good.
Explain, just tell me why. Oh, you can't because you don't know, because you haven't thought about it.
Is going to buy this product.
Yeah.
No.
And you could create a wave of change.
Yeah.
This is that Jonesy doesn't believe that. He knows too much about business. He knows about who spends the most money at Christmas, poor people, and he knows that they're just not going there. They're not thinking about, yes, there'll be a few Guardian readers who buy these. We're having a black Christmas this year. Malcolm, have you got that Bob Marley's greatest hits? Could you put that on, please? Just for a few minutes, obviously. But he's buying virtue points here, and he knows it.
That is huge.
Tuka, completely unconvinced, knows exactly what's going on, and is quite embarrassed on behalf of Peter Jones.
The thing is that when you put your business hat on and you look where the business is today,
and you still haven't told us how much profit you're making. Apologies if I've missed that. I mean, maybe I have, but that's usually just standard procedure that they tell you the profit, but we haven't heard that. Why have they not told us the profit these people have made out of that 70 grand? You always get told how much they're actually making. Making strange concessions. I can't imagine why. Apologies.
And then you attribute value to that. It could come across actually quite exploitative if you look.
Can you see that? Oh, I'm going to take that back. Look how much breath Jones is holding in. He's taking a breath, and then he's talking without actually letting any breath out because he's stressed and he's being deceptive. Now, that doesn't mean holding your breath in makes you that doesn't mean you're being deceptive, but it's a change from his baseline. He never usually talks like that. So we've seen a change. And you've got to ask yourself, why that change? Why that sudden, you know, if this could... Have a look.
It could come across actually quite exploitative if you look at perhaps what the equity position you would need to ask to invest in this business. If you'd come in and asked for less money, it would have made it easier.
Oh, don't say that.
I think Peter's laid it out exactly where I think this is, and I do think there's lots of opportunity, but there's also opportunity to get this wrong. You know, it's almost...
What an incredible deportment she's got. What... And again, I've never seen this lark from Meaden. That is self-comforting. That's a self-comforting move. You know, she's virtually massaging her neck because it's tense, it's stressful. She's dealing in, you know, this is cancellation rama. She got to say the right thing, don't say the wrong thing. Jones is now talking about exploitation. What exploitation? Black people, Meaden's giving herself a massage. Good gosh.
I do think there's lots of opportunity, but there's also opportunity to get this wrong. You know, it's almost too important to get it wrong.
It's too important to get it wrong. And still, no one knows why it's too important to get it wrong. No one knows why. A Black Father Christmas. No one... Let's just hear me out, people. Just shut your eyes. A Black Father Christmas doll is too important to get wrong.
Listen, I'm going to make you an offer. But it's quite a lot of work to make sure it makes the difference.
Hang on. Look at Tuka. Tuka's known this is all a blag all the way along. Look at him out of focus in the background. Out of focus figuratively and literally, of course. Look at him in the background while she's made it. You know, he knows that she's buying virtue points. Look at Tuka.
Quite a lot of work to make sure it makes the difference.
The hand on the
B
head.
Makes money, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm going to make you an offer for all of the money.
Oh my gosh! Oh, I never saw that coming. Good Lord, that's these virtue points are getting more expensive every week.
For a third of the business.
A third of the business. She wants to split it 3 ways. Ah, okay. So hang on. Tuka's out, Sarah's out. Oh, okay. Their third, her third, Jonesy's third. 33% each. There you go. Her and Jonesy nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Jonesy's going for this. I'll put my channel on it. If Jonesy doesn't agree to that, I will never make another video.
Okay. Thank you, Deborah.
An offer for Natalie and Alison, albeit in exchange for more than double the 15% slice of their company they were originally looking for.
They're about to lose 66% of their company. And of course they're going to go for it because they ain't making any money. They haven't told us that, but it's glaringly obvious in its absence.
To give away. Only Peter Jones is yet to show his hand.
No, he isn't. He's absolutely told us what he thinks about it. And for 25 grand for the third of the business, yeah, of course he's doing it. We could stop here.
Could he undercut his fellow dense stalwart in a bid to clinch the deal?
No, because he doesn't want to risk that much money. And he doesn't want to have to do that much work. Let's face it, it's a few black dolls, which have been around God knows when. I remember my mate Ricky Brett, he had a couple of younger sisters. And I went round his house once and his sister opened the door and she went, "You can get a black Barbie." There you go. Don't look at that image, people. It's too important to get wrong.
You know I'm going to make you an offer, you know.
And so did I. Of course, there you go.
Know that, right? So I'm
didn't, but that's clear.
do.
Music's right.
I mean, this is just this has not been Dragon's Den.
You do. My hands are clamming up, and whenever they do,
I'm nervous and embarrassed, and I'm deceiving people.
That feeling.
Bartlett knows exactly what's going on, and he knows that that's the real that's the real racism that no one wants to talk about, the bigotry of low expectations. You're not allowed to go there because that starts asking real questions, that starts going into real differences between people, and there's no place for that in the brave new world. Come on, it's a liberal democracy, everyone.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you an offer because
look how happy he is. Yeah, I mean, as if I couldn't. I mean, you know what? Black Father Christmas. Good Lord, as if I was.
I can't resist not.
Oh, you're amazing, Jonesy. You're stunning and brave, but he isn't. People, like I said, this is him getting a little stamp of approval from the black community, who he hopes will then buy more of his products because, you know, he supports them.
And I'm going to make you an offer that's better than Deborah's.
Oh my God, he's going all in. So I was wrong. I was wrong. I thought I thought it would have been Mead and Jonesy. He's absolutely gonna. Oh, don't, please. As much as I don't want him to, I want him to say to them, I'm going to give you the money, and I don't want any part of the business. I beg you, dear Lord, whatever colour you are, I beg you for Peter to give him the money and take no equity. Please make this happen.
I'm going to make you an offer for all of the money for 30%.
Oh, hang on. Oh, good Lord, that's a bit of a letdown. He was playing Jesus then. White Jesus, unfortunately for him. Oh, bollocks. I don't know, for some reason I thought I think the music, the rousing music made me feel like something, like he was gonna part the Red Sea of Dragon's Den or something, but no.
Okay.
But I also want to beg Deborah to drop hers to 15 as well and join me.
Oh my God! Look, that's how fiddlers talk. And trust me, I know. I've been on the receiving end of it. I'm going to rewind that. Watch him, and I'm going to beg Deborah to drop her offer and join me. I'm so lovely to you, your type. You know, the Afrikaners. Let's watch his face again. Watch this, and be rightly disgusted. I hope. Please cut to Bartlett. I'd love to see his response to this. I've never seen anything like this happen in the den.
Okay.
But I also want to beg Deborah to drop hers to 15 as well and join me.
Oh, you're disgusting. Oh, look at his face. Look. That's it. That's everything you need to know about what he just said. Shocking. She will. And I actually did nail it after all, because I said that he'll go in and she'll join him, but I just didn't think she'd make an offer. I just didn't think Jonesy would go in with a lesser offer. And come on, Deborah, though, but they're blacks and it's Black Santa. Amazing.
Listen, I would love to be part of this.
There you go. Like you've never seen before.
So I'm happy to share with Peter for half of the money. For
one of the most, and we don't know how much money it's making. It's seasonal, and you've just had your offer cut in half. Yeah, why not? Let's go.
For 15%.
Okay. That wall?
You know it so well.
Thank you.
Oh, look how happy he is. Look. He's made the whole of the black community better.
Plenty for Natalie and Alison to ponder as Deborah Meaden and...
Oh, look at them. Look at the great white saviours looking at each other.
Peter Jones...
Oh no, and they are as well. This is so cringe. My fucking spine's coming loose.
...team up to offer £50,000 in return for a combined 30.
They're up there. She's going, these fucking white people, man.
...% stake in the business.
That was a really weird look by Pedro. Then I wonder whether he caught the eye of Bartlett, who gave him the look as if to say, I know, Peter. Our top line was 25. Take the fucking offer. Good Lord, you've got nothing. You've got nothing. The only value in your company, what's it called? March Muses or something? March Muses. The only value it's got is Peter Jones and Deborah Meaden. And you're debating whether to have it. It was ridiculous.
Line was 25.
It's decision time for the decorations duo.
Thank you so much for your offers. We would absolutely love to have both of you on board at 15% each.
Amazing. Yay! Thank you so much.
Yes.
New beginnings.
Yes, indeed.
New beginnings, said Tuka, meaning nothing.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Christmas comes early for Natalie and Alison, who leave the den with £50,000.
And completely humiliated. Well, there you go, people. I have to turn the fan off when I make these because it obviously makes a noise in the mic. But good Lord, do I need that fan. So let's go and see what happened to March Muses. Well, this is an absolute first for me. They're not on Company's House, which, unless I've got the name of the business wrong, but it's March Muses. Their website is marchmuses.co.uk. It's March Muses in a few other articles I've found. But look, March Muses. Mayram Muses, Dr. March. No, it's not there. It would be at the top. Let's try it. March Muses Limited. And I know it's not there because I just looked. I mean, I'll do it just to prove it. Limited. Now, the reason this is interesting is because the UK VAT registration threshold is 85 grand turnover. And they haven't done it. They still have not turned over 85 grand. Yes, I think you get, what is it at the moment? It's about, you're allowed to, I think you can, as an incorporated company, you can earn, no, not even as an incorporated, I'm not sure actually, but I think you get 12 grand, something like 11 or 12 grand that you can earn without paying tax. But nonetheless, this company isn't making money. I'm not quite sure how long ago Mead and Jonesy got on board. I'll have a look now, but they're not incorporated. They're not a limited company. Let's see what else we can find. Let's have a look for that video they made. So this is the advertising marketing company that made the video for 85 Foul Not Made company March Muses, and it's some new flashy, they make adverts in 10 days, 0% waste, no middlemen, no bullshit, we're fast because we're fat free. There's a picture of Deborah Meaden, but Lord knows if she's got something to do with it. But I did have a look at the CVs of these three boys behind it, and they have worked for some top marketing companies. And let's have a look at some of their I mean, look at their clients. Good Lord, Red Bull, TikTok. I mean, these are March Muses is down there. You know, some very, Mini is in there. Some very big companies. Now, I've had a little look at the video, and I'm not sure they put so much effort into that. But let's have a look.
See the Christ on children's eyes, no disguise, hearts on the sleeves. Feel the tears.
Mummy, is Santa black or white?
Life I've lived, as you believe.
Why do you ask that, darling?
Amazing that she didn't ask why. They didn't give you that answer. Incredible. Or why didn't they say, no, Santa's white, because it's a European tradition and there didn't used to be so many black people in Western Europe. So, but no, they've gone for this weird. I mean, this is now horror. Listen to the music as they focus in on that evil white Santa. The evil whiteness of Christmas. Fucking hell. Oh, fucking hell. Just chuck all those white things in the bin. Who needs white people? Who needs white traditions? You know, well, obviously them, but you know they're just going to adapt them somewhat. I can't believe that horror music and the dramatic long shadows, the evil shadows of white history. See you later, white Jesus. And as much as you'd like to watch this without me interrupting it, this is the bit that I'm most likely to get a copyright claim on, so apologies, but I have to. That's better. Less white people in our Christmas. That's better. Oh, they did stick a little bit. They you know, look, they have just at the end, just whoa, you know, just to offset the literal horror music, dramatic angles and shadows. They've dropped that in at the end. A splash of colour to a white Christmas, yeah. A splash of a different culture to another culture's Christmas, yeah. Well, I think we're just going to get a long shot of that. Let's see if there's anything else here, because, good lord, this video's gone on for a while. Bang! Well, that promotional video was made in 2020, so just over 2 years ago, and they still haven't incorporated, so they still haven't reached the 85,000 a year VAT threshold, which is kind of worrying. And here, just something I want to show you from their website. This is March Muses. Created with you in mind. All our products are limited edition and have been created with you in mind. Yeah, not so sure about that. Not only are the co-founders Alison and Natalie born in March, oh there you go, but each figurine has been named after an inspirational person of colour who was also born in March, which has got nothing, absolutely nothing to do with Christianity, Christmas, paganism, nothing. And so this is the problem with multiculturalism. It just dilutes and dilutes and dilutes, and in the end everyone ends up in a state of barbaric meaninglessness where their culture, it's just a puddle of piss. It hasn't got any symbolic relation to your life, to your history, to your culture. It means nothing. And that is a tragedy for everyone involved. Do us a favour, click the thumbs up button, that'll be really good. And do you know what? 66% of the people who watch these aren't subscribed. YouTube give me no help. And with videos like this where I dare to ask some tricky questions, you can see why. So maybe subscribe and help us out. I put a lot of effort into these because they're good and enjoyable, and in this case, a relevant discussion. Look after yourselves. Ta-ta.
Now we're going to ask the Ravens to help us do the next two.